Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Thursday, November 6, 2014. All right, yesterday's announcements, ADP employment report came in right at the bogey that Econo Day had set for it, which is this people that do the research for this stuff here. And in addition, we had a couple other things. ISM non-manufacturing index missed a little bit, but they're saying, well, it's still strong. And I don't understand the petroleum status report. It is what it is, I guess. Just tells you kind of what's in inventory as far as oil is concerned and how much they're doing or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, for today, we have jobless claims, which I am familiar with that, and productivity and costs kind of speaks for itself. And anything else? Nope, that's it. Fed balance sheet, okay, later on. And that is it for announcements for today. And tomorrow, kind of a biggie, is the unemployment or the employment situation report, which will be for October, which I'm sure is going to show an improvement, yawn, even though it doesn't really mean a whole heck of a lot. Because, well, never mind, we'll leave that alone. Okay, Asia, we're mixed, or they are mixed. And in Europe, we are bearish across the board, and in some cases kind of heavily. Let's go back and take a look at the Nikkei. That's kind of a surprise after their very positive response for this week. All of a sudden now, let's take a look at the last 5 days. Here was their announcement, and boom, it runs up to a high of 17,128 and then drifts, and now it's pulling back. Alright, so much for that. The interesting thing I thought here was this article about WireLurker, which is a Trojan that can get onto your first via iOS 10 if you have a Mac, and you tether your iPhone to your Mac with a USB. And of course you have to do a few things first, like download some sort of software or something, and you could end up with WireLurker on your iPhone. And they don't even know what it's going to do yet, but it is collecting data. Housing bubble watch. And, oh really? 3 bets are going sour for Warren Buffett? Anyway, I was just kind of scrolling down and looking for interesting things, but I got something even more interesting. Let's take a look at the futures here in the U.S. A slight gap down, possibly at the open. The talking heads yesterday were really cute, with the Republican victory, and I'm not going to exactly throw my opinion out there or anything, but they're all saying, oh, we're at record highs and the Republicans won and we're going to be running up until December or January or February or March, or it's going to be happy days are here again. Yeah, maybe I could start with that. Anyway, so it was kind of neat, or kind of funny, or actually a little disturbing or sickening, or whatever you might want to call it, listening to these people predict what the market's going to do based on election results. It's crazy, without any regard to anything else that's happening around the world. No regard whatsoever. Okay, gold. Maybe gold is bottomed. Let's take a look over here. 1138, and maybe it found support finally. Oil 78.49. Take a look at it over here. It's drifting. At least there's no big moves overnight. And S&P 500 drifting down overnight, and the VIX was at a new low, at least for the last 10 days, of 1527. What else do we have here? We have the dollar is at 87, and $1.25 still for the pairs between the euro and the US dollar. So it's been kind of hanging around there. We could take a look at a chart real quick on that if we like. Yeah, it's been kind of hanging around there. So maybe it is finding support down here. Look on the weekly. We could have support there if you are a currency trader at all, or if you're going to Europe, or if you're in Europe and you're coming back or coming here. All right, so yesterday, as you can see here on my account, Amazon. So in the morning, let's go up here and look at these messages. Here we had just about everything, bing, 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 got alerts. Chipotle, Russell, and Costco, and Baidu, and Amazon all alerted. Above. We were looking for bull puts on these. And when I went to go look at them, and we can look at Chipotle here in a second, at 10 o'clock, these all went off at the open, more or less. And at 10 o'clock, or 10, a little bit after 10, when I came to look to see what I was going to do, they were all pulling back. And Amazon, we had a bear call alert on it, and it didn't go off until a little bit before 10 o'clock. And when I came to look at it, it was still looked promising for a downward move, so we jumped in on it, or I jumped in on it. And here's what it looked like. This was, I think the candle was probably like right around here when I got into it, and it just, for the rest of the day, it just continued to move down. So that was a good trade. And another one that we are in right now is Google. And it made a favorable move yesterday. I was a little bit nervous at the open, thinking about, well, should I or should I not get out of this thing? It would have been for a loss. And I still decided to hang on. So we're doing okay here right now. And it looks promising for the day since we're bearish on these two trades. All right, let's go to the 8+ list and run our scan. All right, Apple looks like as though it might be moving down into our target area. I wanted to just say one more thing about Amazon. Or not about Amazon, about Chipotle when we get to it. Okay, so we looked at Amazon. Let's look at Boeing. Okay, so if Boeing is truly in an uptrend, we're coming down into a target area here, and we have a setup for 20 Delta. So we'll note that one down for today. And I'll probably throw an alert on it too. Now remember, this is not alertable 50 Delta. This is simply an alert on a 20 Delta for me to come and take a look at it. At or above, that's what we want. That's good. So I'm figuring if it opens here and moves up here during the day, that will probably get a hook here, but we will wait for confirmation with a hook here. All right, Alibaba, nice earnings yesterday, I understand. Yeah, they beat. I think we went through this yesterday, didn't we? Yesterday morning. No, we didn't. They hadn't announced yet. And here's where they ended up. So our target down here looks like it's still good. We don't even have a moving average here yet, because I have a 50 period, and I don't think this thing has even been public for 50 days yet. I don't think there's a moving average here yet. No. Okay, yeah. So there's nothing there to put a moving average in, but we do have one over here on the 78 minute, which is 5 chunk day, 5 candles per day. So we do have enough candles there to calculate a moving average, but I would say probably it would be moving up if we were to have one here. Take a look at Baidu. We're looking for a bull put on that as well, and we might be moving down into target territory. Chipotle, darn good thing I waited, because here we had the alert trigger. We had the alert up here above the high from the previous day. The alert did trigger. Waited till 10 o'clock and it was already heading down. So I said, well, I need to wait. So in unwritten rule, I guess you might say, if the moving average is not moving in the direction of your spread, in this case, it would be a bull put, so we would need the average to be moving up. Then you need almost like a double confirmation, and make sure that your confirmation is definitely confirmed, I guess you might say. So do not get in on this first day, I guess is what I'm saying. Wait for this candle right here from Tuesday would be a setup candle, and at the end of the day, yes, we had a green and a green right here and right here. So both the stochastic and the MACD were green at 3:30 or whatever in the afternoon. But because the moving average there wasn't really a lot of momentum on the moving average, I would like to see that bending up. Sort of an unwritten rule, which I just made up, not really, is make sure that it is going to for sure make that move. And it's not too late to wait another day. It's nothing wrong with waiting another day, because if it's making a strong move, it's going to continue with that strong move, whether it's bullish or bearish. So here we have it. It failed right here. And of course, look at this candle. So I couldn't imagine doing a 650 at the money bull put yesterday and having it do this. Ow, ow, ow. All right, let's move on to Costco. Okay, we have target set, waiting to hit it. Let's look at the Dow, and that's the number that everybody quotes, all the talking heads. Oh, the Dow is at blah, 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 but that's only 30 stocks, and they're probably all Warren Buffett stocks, so, you know, what's the big deal? I like to look at the S&P and the Russell, and the NASDAQ, sort of, but definitely the S&P. So, looking at this, yeah, that's really nice. Making a very nice move. So much for our megaphone pattern that we had laid out. Certainly did blow that away. Gold, I heard somebody say or saw something on some web page someplace. They think support's at $800 for gold. So that could be interesting. How are we doing on silver? Well, probably not much different than gold. What can I say? You see the chart. Look at Google. Let's go to LinkedIn. Whoa. It's trying to fill this gap right away. That's pretty quick. I don't know about this target anymore. Let's just see what happens. It could bend back up, price-wise. We'll wait and see what happens. NDX is up next. NDX is almost to a setup. We're at 52 there. I'm going to wait one more day on it. May have a bad day today. Netflix. range 11. I don't know what to do about Netflix. The sideways, it's too difficult to trade for a directional trade. Priceline, they had their earnings. Now, here's the thing, $20.50, and they actually at 22, so that's a 10% improvement. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. They didn't like it. What can I say? Russell. We are in setup on the Russell. Another one that, I had an alert on. Wasn't interested in it. Was pulling back. So we're going to put this down again for our 20 delta, and we will throw an alert on it here, say, somewhere in here. Yeah. It's pretty arbitrary. It's mostly just a wake-up call for me. If it does move up, it's a wake-up call. SPX. Kind of missed out here. What do I want to do with this? I gotta wait. I just have to wait. Tesla, how'd they do? They were supposed to lose 15 cents and they actually made 2 cents. Was this last night? Aftermarket, yeah. So let's take a look at Tesla on an overnight. Right, it's not giving me the overnight. Equities, show extended hours, highlight extended hours. Okay, there we go. Nothing fantastic here for Tesla. Just thought it would be interesting to take a look at it. So it may gap up slightly today. If we look on the trade tab, closed at 230, probably going to open at 244. Expected move is 21. Looks like it's moving 14. Okay, and last but not least is Visa. Oops, wrong charts. Visa's still on a tear. It's doing quite well. And this was, I was watching Fox Business, so Maria Bartoloma, I think her last name is. She was like saying, "Oh, Visa, yeah, they're in the $1.30 and they're doing really good." It's okay. They're probably carrying the $1.30 right now. Not offhand, don't know. I think GM. I don't know what all the 30 ones are that are in there. General Electric, the big ones, the ones that are kind of in bed with the government. And of course, all the banks are in bed with the government. So this one's doing pretty well. We have a target set down here. We don't care who they're in bed with, just as long as they make the moves that we want and we make money off of them. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.